All right. Well, this has been chemistry. Let's move on now to.
Well, no, hey, I've got some big news here, Brian. You took me in another direction there because this is your show, and so it reflects on you instead of me. But there's big news here at Castle Cornette. The Cornette family has received a major award. Did I tell you about this yet?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about. No.
We have received a major award. We've been notified in the mail that the Cornettes have been invited to become a Nielsen family.
Get out of here.
If I'm lying, I'm flying and my feet ain't left the ground. But hold on here, there's details. See, oh God, it's been a few years ago. I got an envelope in the mail from Nielsen, whatever the corporate name of the thing is on their return address, Nielsen. And it had a questionnaire with like 10 questions you could fill. What's your favorite radio station? Or what type of show? Just basic generic questions, like that. And wrapped up in that was, I'll have you know, I believe it was a $5. Yes, a $5 bill, a crisp $5 bill, like they just printed it. It hadn't even been circulated. I said, well, I'll answer here 10 questions because I remember it happened in the 70s. My mom got, they sent you 2 quarters. I still have the thing that the quarters were stuck in for you to just write down your favorite TV station or whatever the fuck, right? So I got the $5, put it in my pocket, mailed the thing in, went along my way. And here a few months ago, got the same thing. We got a 2-page questionnaire, 8 or 10 generic questions, right? Do you like comedies more than, or do you watch this? Blah, blah, blah. $10. Crisp $10 bill. See, they're hooking me, Brian, right? And I dutifully kept that $10 and mailed that thing in because why not? But guess what I got in the mail? You hear that? You know what? That is the sound of an invitation, Brian.
That's what that
from
is.
Nielsen. It says, great news. You've been chosen. Now give me a fucking dramatic organ. Well, it could have been better drama, but we'll go with it.
What the fuck?
Anyway, you open this brochure up. They sent a brochure along with the cover letter. And they've enclosed another crisp $10 bill, I'll have you know. And it says right here, we've enclosed a thank you gift for taking the time to read this letter. If your household takes part in the ratings, you'll continue to receive cash gifts.
Wow.
These gifts are to thank you for your help. So this is my retirement, Brian. Right here it is. I don't have to leave the house or do nothing, but hold on. Let's go back to the brochure. Gives you a little bit about what the ratings are. They're used by broadcasters to learn more about what programs are being listened to or watched across the country. Blah, blah, blah about advertising for media companies and other businesses. Few are chosen to participate in the ratings. Taking part is your chance to have your listening and viewing choices included in the audience reports provided to radio and TV stations, cable and satellite providers, and other businesses. Participating in the ratings costs absolutely nothing. In fact, we provide cash rewards for people that participate in this important research. Important research, Brian, at this stage of my life. I'm now being asked to do important research.
Well, this is on the heels of you coming back from your research at Notre Dame, so it makes sense.
Well, there you go, because I'm now a noted researcher. I've been searching every which way, yeah.
Searching for the key, Jesus.
Now, well, I'll find it sooner or later. If you cover enough ground, eventually you'll hit that mole. But now, Brian, how have you ever been a member of the, how are you now, or have you ever
No.
been a member of the Nielsen party?
No, I'm chosen from a different tribe, but I'm not a member of the Nielsen fan. I've never seen an invitation. I've never received any mail, to the best of my
Okay, well,
knowledge, from them.
as we've talked about television and ratings quite a bit, and you've been in the entertainment field, how do you, let's put it this way, what was the last you heard of how that if you're an official Nielsen family that your viewing choices are measured?
As I'm thinking about what I remember talking about, I'm sure someone sent in an email saying something else at some point along the line, but I think you're supposed to log, maybe even by hand, what you watch and when you watch it. Now, that wouldn't make sense because we want the ratings quick, so it must be online at this point.
Well, see, that silly boy. Silly boy, that was back in the old days. That was back in my time. In those days, yes, they would send you a book. And you were supposed to write down what TV show you watched at such and such time. And it's like a Nielsen diary, they called it, I believe. And here's Tuesday from whatever time to whatever time, blah, blah. And most time there was only 3 or 4 TV stations, so it wasn't as outlandish as it seems. But then now I'm going to jog your memory. You've heard of the Nielsen boxes. Now, does this jog your memory?
That's right, yeah.
This is what they came up with to get into the modern age. And this was years ago, where somehow a demographic sampling of the community that they were trying to measure based on whatever calculations would get a box that they would have hooked up to their television or their cable box, however it worked, and never had one of those. And that would measure and keep track and report what shows you were watching, which sounds like kind of a state-of-the-art way to do it, right? But that makes sense now. And here the thing is, it was supposed to be a representative sampling, but we used to joke when I was watching the ratings for Louisville at OVW. I can't remember. The TV station, I think, told me at one time, I don't even know if that guy was supposed to know, but it was like the entire city of Louisville, the demographic sampling was like 3 or 4 dozen boxes, maybe. And so we used to joke when the ratings would suddenly drop like by a third from one week to another. We go, shit, 2 of our boxes went on vacation. But that was the last that I heard of how they would do it, that if you were an official Nielsen family, and there's fewer of those than the people that just do the paper questionnaires and et cetera, you'd have some kind of box wired up to you'd have a box wired up to your gimmick, Brian. Well, guess how they do it now? Because it's right here in this brochure. Your personal meter makes it easy. Being in the ratings is simple. We will give a personal meter to you and each member of your household age 6 or older. All you do is wear your meter as you go about your day.
Wait, what?
And there's a picture of this it looks like a goddamn, like an ankle bracelet if you're on home incarceration kind of thing, or maybe a garage door clicker. I'm not sure. But it says the meter identifies the media you encounter by looking for special broadcast codes and sound wave patterns to match against a library of media content. This method collects media choices without saving or sending any actual audio.
Yeah, okay. What else does it collect?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Are they going to, is there also going to be a goddamn, we're getting incredibly high ratings for Cornette has a screaming argument with his fucking neighbor. That show's going through the roof.
My apologies to Tony Khan. I thought your ratings went down because of the product. Obviously, it's just people saying, I'm not doing this. I'm getting rid of Nielsen.
It's the picture of the thing that I said. It's like a mouse. It looks like a computer mouse. Now that this meter is small and lightweight, like a fitness watch. It comes with 3 ways to wear: a clip, a wristband, and a lanyard.
Oh my God.
So you've got some kind of high technological goddamn monitoring device either strapped to your body or hung around your neck as you go about your day encountering media.
For
What do you think
for
the ratings?
$10?
Well, no, this we're now up. We're into continued cash rewards, ongoing type of thing.
Otherwise
Now,
known as
is it?
cash. Yeah, cash
Yeah.
rewards. What?
Dude, I mean, again, if it just picks up anything you're around, what if you're at a job all day where they play horrible music that you would never listen to, or you're stuck in front of a fucking TV at Wendy's working the counter that's on Fox News?
What if you're like a porn fiend?
Well, that would be another thing. What would the ratings be of Dumbo Does It Donkey Style, since that flick has been in release for quite some time?
Yeah, what other metadata do they have? You know, could it be, is it songs? Is it, so they're basically tracking what you watch across any platform, whether it's cable, whether it's streaming. They just pick up some sort of signal that the movies and TV shows are giving out.
Yeah, send Barnard over there. Send him some more ads for porn shit. He has ejaculated 17 times this week, and it's only Tuesday.
So you're not going to do this, right?
No, I'm not. I'm still got my stethoscope out trying to listen for those people that were in my walls till we got the service to take them out. And now, no, I'm not
6 years old and up. So what are you like? So your kids are walking around with this giant lanyard around their neck with a, not even a listening
no, I
device.
think that the kids, you'd want some kind of wristband or a clip. So just clip it to them, like clip their mittens on one side and the monitor on the other.
Why isn't this a bigger scandal? Like why isn't every single network and content producer screaming that this is an inadequate way to go about getting an accurate rating for the nation?
Well, joking aside, as we've done the porn and the various other stuff, how the fuck does this work? Seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
And in what way is this in any fashion? Again, I could understand the representative sampling of a community, and then you've got the boxes wired up so it's not like they can tinker with it. No, honey, don't let them know I watched Gilligan's Island all fucking day. Put it on the fucking C-SPAN or where you can't do that. But this is, and again, we'll send you cash rewards as our way of saying thanks. Earn weekly cash rewards. Everyone can earn money each week just for wearing their meter every day. 3 weekly.
That's a hell of a conversation starter too. Like you go to the bank, hey, what's that around your neck? This is my meter.
Yeah, I'm getting 37 cents an hour for this son of a bitch. 3 weekly sweepstakes. Yes, you're seeping. If you're seeping from your monitor, 3 weekly sweepstakes add dollars and fun. Wearing your meter can also qualify you for all 3 of the weekly sweepstakes drawings. You could win $500 in the Monday through Sunday sweepstakes, $250 in the Saturday sweepstakes, and $250 on Sunday. And wow. Brian,
yeah,
again, I'm telling you, this could be a retirement plan. Several times per year, you'll have the opportunity to earn entries into sweepstakes where the grand prizes are $10,000 or more.
How does the device know it's on a human being? What if you put it on your dog?
You know what? That may be a fucking loophole.
I always see videos like cats watching TV. Just put it on the cat.
That's, as a matter of fact, if Tony Khan is going to pick that up, because think about this. He could just outfit all the dogs and cats at all the shelters with one of these meters and have them turn AEW on and just listen to the soundtrack with a lot of meow. Well, there's a lot of pussies on AEW already.
I was going to say it's crazy to do this, but these wonderful cash rewards.
It's tempting.
And sweepstakes. That sounds
and
great.
There's on the letter here, there's a star at the top of the letterhead, and it says you count in the ratings. So I've been entrusted with some type of goddamn responsibility here with with great power comes great responsibility. Should I do this or?
Well, if you do, AEW's ratings would go up because you watch AEW for the show.
Oh, shit.
NXT's ratings will go down because you never watch NXT. You could really change the future of wrestling by you and your family, your extended family, all signing up and becoming a Nielsen family.
If I tell them I have like 6 kids, can I hang the things around the deer's neck? And
the skunk.
They think, boy, the people in Louisville, Kentucky are into the nature programs. We hear a lot of crickets.
That's crazy.
Speaking of hearing crickets.
Hey, I'm only asking you because I figured that this is one of those
There's
things.
Nobody else on the line. That's why you're asking.
No,
me.
because I figured this may be one of those things that you might have asked along the way. Because it seems like a logical question, and I don't know the answer. But why can't they just track what you watch through your cable box? Everything is now digital anyway. Why can't they just track, I have a cable box here, or I stream on my computer? The cable company, I would think, knows exactly what I'm watching.
Well, let me just let you know something about that there, fella. Do you think that these cable companies owned by these billionaire TV conglomerates actually want people to know how many people's really watching? And also, that would mean that they would charge Nielsen probably more than the cash rewards that they're giving out to fucking Joe Jackoff and his wife Jill.
Yeah.
To utilize their cable information in their company. So Nielsen is going directly to the people to avoid a conflict of interest, and also because they've got a whole different kind of fucking who shot John scam to make up numbers.
If I worked at like the morgue, I'd sign up for like 40 accounts.
Wait a minute, they hold on. I'm looking at this brochure again here, and of course they have a body temperature.
Yeah,
minimum.
How would they know? How would they know?
Well, it's the monitors on your body. You have to have a pulse and a body temperature of over 88. That's what it says right here.
It does not say that. It doesn't have to touch your skin. Obviously, people are wearing a lanyard or a clipper.
How the goddamn if I'm wearing a goddamn ear of corn on a string around my neck and I walk next to a goddamn radio station and hear the fucking album version of In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida, it would have the same capability of picking that up as some fucking box around your neck would be able to tell what your fucking body temperature is. The whole thing is preposterous, and you're trying to pick holes in my goddamn theory.
I really think you should do it. Just think of the content. Just think of how much fun we could have when they yank this back away from you.
They're going to issue a press release. The Cornette family has in no way ever been a part of the Nielsen family. Only by marriage.
It'll come right after that scandal where MeTV becomes the most popular station in the country.
Yes, MeTV is now charging $1 million per 30-second commercial, and it goes up on Saturday evenings for Svengoolie.
Well, I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I think you should do it. But Jim, speaking, it's going to be one of those shows.
Why don't you think before you speak?
Ladies and gentlemen, of course.
Yes.
No matter what kind of family you are, you're a family that probably needs fine merchandise from Cornette's Collectibles at JimCornette.com.
It's amazing that you brought that up, because I was just thinking about that. And folks, I am being led to believe by Hotchkiss Featherbottom that we're going to get those pictures that I've been talking about for the last week or two up on JimCornette.com this week. Well, he's really been sludged under with the other project that we've been doing that I'm going to have ready to announce to the people on this week's Jim Cornette Experience, the new holiday sale at JimCornette.com. It starts in October with discounted prices and a brand new crown jewel piece of merchandise and all these type of things.
Jim's Nielsen
But in the
monitor.
meantime,
yes,
I autographed Nielsen monitor with a clip. But in the meantime, go to JimCornette.com and look for those cool unseen pictures of me that are now on sale that can be autographed for a very nominal fee, almost a subliminal fee, as a matter of fact, now that you think about it. JimCornette.com.
I just found a really cool 8x10 in the file. It's horizontal. It's Adrian Street, Linda on the left, and Jesse Barr on the right, and you're kind of on one knee in the middle, pointing to your back, and you have a Dynasty of Champions shirt on.
Do you know who took that picture?
I don't.
Brian Hildebrand.
I did not know that.
Brian Hildebrand was down for one of our early group shot. Well, not group shots. He took a group shot, but one of the first times when the whole group was together there. That's what I'm trying. Is with me, or the gang was all there. He was down and took some of those with my camera. So that was trivia.
Yeah, there you go. There's some trivia. Cool shirt, though, and cool picture. And there were pictures of you at ringside taken by Paul Heyman. That's kind of interesting, but more about
the kid, he used to look at me under those magical ring lights and try to figure out a way to emulate the magnitude of me.